You know the feeling, that little ping in your inbox, a new wedding inquiry. Your heart does that little jump, right? That rush of excitement. This could be the one. Another dream couple, another gorgeous wedding for the portfolio. You open it up, read their message, and you fire back what you're sure is the perfect reply. You attach your beautiful pricing guide, hit send, and lean back with that little sigh of accomplishment. And then, crickets. Total silence. A day goes by, then a week. Your follow-up email vanishes into the same black hole. You've been ghosted. Again. And that's when the spiral starts. You stare at your portfolio and think, is my work not good enough? You look at your prices and wonder, am I too expensive? Or worse, am I too cheap? You start questioning everything, and that initial buzz of excitement just curdles into frustration. But what if I told you the reason you're being ghosted often has less to do with your photos or your prices than you think? The problem isn't your talent. It's a critical but completely fixable mistake in how you're showing up online that's scaring away your ideal clients before they even get a chance to know you. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly why this is happening and give you a step-by-step plan to fix it for good, turning those silent inquiries into excited, booked clients. Let's be honest, getting ghosted is more than just a missed paycheck. It feels personal. You're not just selling some product on a shelf. You're asking people to trust you with one of the most important emotional days of their entire lives. So when they just disappear, it feels like a direct rejection of you, your art, and your worth. It's exhausting, it's demoralizing, and it feels like you're shouting into a void. So many photographers immediately jump to the wrong conclusion. They think, if my photos were a little more light and airy, they would have replied, or if I just knocked $500 off my top package, I'd have gotten it. And they get stuck in this really dangerous cycle, tweaking their editing to chase a trend, dropping their prices to compete, and attracting clients who are only shopping for a deal. That is a race to the bottom you will never, ever win. The real problem is the whole conversation is cold. It's a transaction. A potential client asks for a price, you give them a price. It's no different than calling a garage to ask about a new set of tires, but you are not a tire shop. You are an artist, a storyteller, the person who keeps things calm when the timeline goes sideways. The mistake is thinking your portfolio alone is enough to show them that. It's not. The ghosting happens because there's no human connection. They don't know you, so they don't owe you anything, not even a no thanks. But what if you could change all that? What if by the time they even thought about inquiring, they already felt like they knew you? What if your very first email back to them deepened that connection instead of just serving up a price list? That's how you kill the ghosting cycle. You have to stop being a faceless vendor and start being their indispensable guide. I'm going to show you 3 mistakes that are holding you back and exactly how we're going to fix them. Mistake number 1, your website is a portfolio, not a connection tool. The first and biggest mistake is treating your website like it's just a fancy art gallery. You've spent hours curating your best images, designing slick galleries, and making sure everything looks perfect. That's great, but your website shows what you do, while completely failing to show how you do it and why that matters for your clients. Think about it. A couple isn't just hiring a camera. They're hiring a person who's going to be glued to their hip for 8, 10, maybe 12 hours on a hugely intimate day. They need to trust you. They need to like you. If your website is just pretty pictures and a contact form, you're forcing them to make a decision based on visuals alone, leaving out the one thing they're secretly desperate for, a real connection with a guide they can trust. So how do we fix this? You have to deliberately inject your personality into your website, framed in a way that serves them. First, your About Me page is one of the most important pages you have. It cannot be an afterthought. Ditch the generic third-person bio. Write like you talk. And please, put a big, warm, professional photo of yourself at the top. Let them see the person behind the camera. Then, talk about your philosophy. Why weddings? What is it about this day that you feel driven to capture for people? The point isn't to make it all about you, it's to connect your passion to their experience. Do you live for the chaos of the dance floor because you believe that's where unscripted joy is revealed? Say that. You're not the hero of their story. You are their guide. Your About Me page is where you prove you're the right guide for them. Second, use your blog to tell the stories behind the photos. Don't just post a gallery titled Sarah and Tom's Wedding. Write about them as the heroes. Talk about the hilarious moment during prep, the emotional catch in the groom's voice during the vows, or the ridiculous best man speech. This shows future clients that you were deeply invested in capturing their unique story, which builds a ton of confidence. Finally, consider a short welcome video on your homepage. It doesn't need to be a Hollywood production. Just you talking to the camera for 60 seconds, welcoming them, and sharing a bit about your approach. It instantly bridges that digital gap and creates a sense of rapport that text and photos just can't match. Your website's job isn't just to show your work, it's to make a complete stranger feel like they've just met a trusted guide. Mistake number 2, you're invisible before they inquire. The second big mistake is that you are a total stranger to the couple before they fill out your contact form. Just map out their journey. They got engaged, scrolled through Pinterest, and then typed wedding photographers near me into Google. They clicked on 10 different websites that all looked pretty good. Yours was one of them. They liked your photos, so they inquired. At that moment, you have built exactly zero trust. You are just one of a dozen tabs open in their browser. So when your reply lands in their inbox, it's just another email from another vendor. It's easy to ignore because there's no relationship there. The fix is to build that trust and familiarity before they ever click contact. You have to stop being a passive waiter of inquiries and start being an active, helpful presence in their planning. This is where you can use social media, but not just to post pretty pictures. Use platforms like Instagram or TikTok to show your face and share your expertise as a guide. Use Instagram stories to do Ask Me Anything sessions about wedding planning. Create short videos with tips like how to build a wedding timeline that actually works, or 3 things couples always forget on their wedding day. Show behind-the-scenes clips of you at a real wedding, fluffing a dress, cracking a joke with the wedding party, getting that perfect shot. When you position yourself as a helpful guide, you stop being a salesperson and start being a trusted resource. And go one step further. Hang out where your ideal clients are. Join local wedding planning Facebook groups. And don't just spam the group with a link to your website. Instead, spend time actually answering questions. Someone asks for venue recommendations? Give them your honest opinion on a few places you've shot. Someone is stressed about their timeline? Offer a little friendly advice. When you're consistently helpful without asking for anything, you build a stellar reputation. When that couple is finally ready to book a photographer, who are they going to trust? The faceless portfolio they clicked on once, or the helpful guide who's already made their planning journey easier? Now, before we get to the third and most critical mistake, the one you're making in your very first email reply, if this is all making sense to you, do me a favor and hit that like button. It really helps other wedding pros find this video, and I want to know what's the single most frustrating part about inquiries for you. Drop it in the comments below. I read every single one. Mistake number 3, your reply is generic and goes nowhere. All right, this is the big one. An inquiry lands. You've done everything right so far. Now you have to reply. This is the exact moment where most photographers fumble the ball and pretty much guarantee they get ghosted. The typical reply is some version of, "Hey, thanks so much for reaching out," or even worse, "Congratulations on your engagement. Yes, I'm available for your date. I've attached my pricing guide for you. Let me know if you have any questions." That email is an open invitation to ghost you. It's passive, it's impersonal, and it puts all the work back onto the couple. You've basically just given them homework, go review this PDF, and a weak, vague suggestion to let me know. It screams, I am just another vendor. Your first reply has one main goal: get them on a video call. That's it. A face-to-face conversation, even over a screen, is where you solidify your role as their guide. Here's how to write a reply that actually gets a reply. First, be fast. Couples email multiple photographers at once. Being one of the first to get back to them immediately shows you're on top of your game. Second, personalize it right away. Read what they wrote and mention a specific detail. Your plan for a September wedding at the Green Willow Estate sounds absolutely magical, Sarah and Mike. The light there in the fall is incredible. That one sentence proves you're not a robot and that you're actually paying attention to their day. Third, after you've expressed genuine excitement, Introduce the pricing guide, but immediately pivot to the real goal. Try something like this. I'm so excited for you both. I've attached my full pricing guide, which details all of my collections. But honestly, the best way to see if we're a perfect fit is to connect for a few minutes. I'd love to hop on a quick, no-pressure 15-minute video call to hear more about the vision you have for your day and see how I can best serve you. Finally, give them a dead simple way to do it. Don't say, "Let me know what time works." That just starts a back and forth email nightmare. Use a scheduling tool and say, "You can see my availability and grab a time that works for you right here," and paste the link. You are gently but confidently guiding them. You've taken the work off their plate and shown them you're a proactive professional who leads the way, which is exactly the kind of guide someone wants for their wedding day. So let's wrap this up. The reason you're being ghosted isn't because your work is bad or your prices are wrong. The silence you're hearing is a symptom of a cold, impersonal process where you are just another option. Remember, the couple are the heroes of this story. You are their trusted guide. Your job is not just to have a great portfolio, but to be the best person to guide them through the process of being photographed. You fix this by turning your online presence from a quiet gallery into a powerful connection machine. You put your real personality into your website so they can see the guide behind the camera. You show up on social media as a helpful expert so you become a familiar, trusted face before they even inquire. And when they do inquire, you respond with a personal, enthusiastic email that has one clear, confident goal: getting them face-to-face on a video call where you can build real rapport. Stop hiding behind your work. Start building relationships. It's not just about being a great photographer or any type of wedding pro. It's about becoming the person they know, like, and trust to be by their side. When you make that your focus, being the guide, not the hero, the ghosting stops and the booking begins. If you're ready to learn exactly what to say on that all-important client call, check out the video on here where I break down my entire consultation process, step by step. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell so you don't miss more videos to help you build the wedding business you've been dreaming of. Thanks for watching. Now go get 'em.